Your offensive, you don't have an offensive lineman that's even 30 years old yet. So the fact that your offensive line is in place and they're that young, I wouldn't get rid of them. I would not get rid of them. Not yet. Now, if you're gonna
Green Bay, go ahead.
Green Bay, okay.
Green Bay, Jordan Love. I mean, yeah.
No, I don't agree with that.
I mean, yeah, Rodgers will turn 39 later this year.
I would not agree with that because Jordan Love has already willingly said he's gonna open the re-sign with the Packers. I would not do that because the Packers actually have a quarterback in place for when Rodgers goes.
What, for when Rodgers retires?
They're trying to do the same thing as Aaron Rodgers did to Brett Favre. And it's worked out. I mean, Jordan Love played not too bad last year if everybody wasn't on the COVID list for the Packers. I mean, they probably could have arguably won that Chiefs game. But they were actually pretty good. Jordan Love did not play that bad.
Oh no, I remember that game, and there was like sloppy football.
It was sloppy, but a lot of players were on COVID IL on the Packers offense. Like Adams was out that game. Rodgers was out that game. Aaron Jones was out that game. A.J. Dillon was there, but I mean... But yeah, from some of the flashes that we did see, even with a depleted Packers offense, I think he did a pretty decent job for what it was worth.
The Texans is Max Sharping.
Another young asset at the offensive guard position. Offensive guards are in much need nowadays in the NFL. Because I mean, there's no really good offensive. There's not too many good offensive guards anymore. I mean, especially out of the draft, it's been weak. It's been whack. I mean, you put them with the right coach, and maybe you could have like play under a guy, maybe to mentor him until he's ready to take the reins. Because Stripling's a raw, talented offensive lineman. He's a work in progress. The Texans pushed him in way too early. I think that's why their failures were. I think Titus Howard.
To figure this out.
Okay, I saw my stream going, so I'll continue to.
No, it's not my stream. It's my controller.
Oh, okay.
I figure this shit out.
But I feel like the Texans rushed Titus Howard too early. The Texans push people too early. They don't give them enough opportunity to grow. That was part of what Cleveland's problem was until they got decent coaching. Until Hugh Jackson hired Greg Williams. I mean, Hugh Jackson gave players a chance. I'm not going to say that. Like, the past Browns head coaches never even gave anybody a chance. Like, you had one bad year, you're done. I mean, we traded Trent Richardson for a ton of assets after his rookie year, and it turned out well for us. I mean,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on 1 second. Alright, stream, my bad, we had some technical difficulties, my controller died. I didn't hear a single thought on what Austin just said, but, you know, it's fine. I'll listen back to it.
I was just saying about how Stripling, how the Texans rushed people in too early and not gave them a chance to develop.
Oh, Sharping.
Yeah. He's a raw offensive guard and he needs the time to learn.
The Colts is Ben Banagu. That's how you say it?
Sure, I guess. I don't really know much on him. Maybe. I mean, he's a defensive lineman, right?
He's an edge rusher.
I mean,
actually.
So yeah, it's pretty much.
I mean, in 3 seasons, he's only managed 2.5 sacks.
I mean, I'm probably another young guy that's looking for a team. I mean, maybe I'm sure there's an edge rusher needed team out there. Maybe if you get like a 5th out of him, probably a 6th. But, I mean, at best you can probably
the
get a 5th.
Jaguars is Laviska Shenault Jr.
Now, this is one I would agree with. Yes, if I'm Jacksonville, you have Marvin Jones, you sign Kirk, you have
Christian Kirk to a crazy contract, but
top 10 wide receiver money. Don't know what that fucking was, but I would agree. It depends what you get.
Shenault is a stud, though.
It depends what you get. If you're not gonna get very good overhaul, then I would just say keep him and build around him. Because I mean, besides Kirk's young, but Marvin Jones is on the wrong side of 30.
Marvin Jones can still get up there and get it, though.
I'm not saying that.
It's interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on any given day. When he's right,
I'm saying he's on the wrong side of 30. Hard telling how many years he's got left.
The Chiefs is Lucas Niang.
Now, this is an intriguing one because, again, it's another offensive lineman that hasn't fully developed his potential yet. Only a second-year offensive lineman.
2 balls, no strikes to count.
I would say no, because you don't know what you're going to get out of him. You have your offensive line in place. He's a great young stud. He was in college. I'd say keep him. I mean, maybe if you get like a 2nd or 3rd round pick, I would not turn that down. I would take that, but
the Raiders, Cleveland Farrell.
Again, another edge rusher. Decent value, a decent young guy still, probably 4th year if I'm correct. Still young.
Yeah, he's
Still young, still developed. I mean, that was under Mike Mayock's administration, so I'd say get rid of him because what Mike Mayock did, it was terrible. I'm not saying he's a bad player or anything.
He was the 4th overall pick in 2019.
Yeah, so, he's just not 4th overall pick worthy.
He's a reach. The Chargers, Jerry.
Tillery? No.
Yeah.
No, your defensive tackles are on the wrong side of 30. Tillery's a nice young guy that could take over the reins. I like what Tillery brings to the table. No, I would say no. Don't trade him.
The Rams, Darrell Henderson Jr. Ooh.
I would agree with this. Running backs
could
are very...
get some pieces out of him. Because I think he's pretty good. He can break out on a team where he's the guy. Where he's that guy. Because right now, Camp Makers is the guy. Like that guy. For the Rams.
Yeah, you could get a ton of value out of for a running back to your team. I mean, running back's a very replaceable position in the NFL. And for a team like the Rams that has already a packed running back compartment, I would say trade him. I mean, you can probably get maybe a second round pick, third round pick out of him. And they drafted a running back this year too. So, I mean, your running back room is fine. I would say get any value you can out of him.
Yeah. Dolphins, Myles Gaskin.
Again, same thing as the Rams. I mean, a running back needed team. I mean, they brought in Raheem Mostert. They brought in Chase Edmonds, new
Sony Michel,
new head coach and new single play caller, Mike McDaniel. I mean, he's going to use a lot of RPO running backs. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Depends what Mostert's health, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a weird one because Mike McDaniels can use all those running backs in like different ways. So
this is an interesting one. The Vikings, Harrison Smith.
Okay.
Ooh. They've been trading a lot of their defense away, though. So I can see them doing that. They trade away all their...
Okay.
Like from their really good playoff defenses, they traded away most of their players.
The only way I could see them doing this, because they're trying to contend. They brought in Everson Griffin. They brought back Everson.
They're trying to win the division.
They're trying to push. I think if Minnesota doesn't make some noise in the postseason this year, or even come close to the postseason, I think they need to.
So it's kind of a make or break for Harrison Smith on the Vikings.
It's a make or break year for the Vikings in general. Kirk Cousins is going in the last year of his contract. I mean, if Kirk Cousins wants to win a Super Bowl, the time is now. Or at least go far in the playoffs, the time is now. If the Vikings make some noise, make the postseason, maybe make the second round, then yeah, keep them. Because then you got something to work with. So, it all depends what you're going to do.
Patriots, N'Keal Harry.
Just cut him. Cut your losses. You're not going to get anything out of him. He's honestly...
He's not one of Bill Belichick's white receivers. So, he's not one of his small white receivers.
He's not as good. Supposed to be, but he's not. I mean, if Bill Belichick can't execute them, then he's not meant to be.
Saints, Bradley Roby.
No, absolutely not. Saints are, unfortunately, henchmen. They're in a playoff scenario. They want to win now. So I would say no, because they're in a playoff push. I think maybe he's on a contract here. I'm not too sure about that. But I mean, they need the pieces to make the postseason and the competitive. Well, the NFC's going to be kind of competitive because, honestly, anybody can make the playoffs in the NFC. To be honest, I don't really know how that's going to favor end up. But the NFC is not that great, so I don't know. We'll see. But I'd say no if I was the Saints.
This is a very interesting one. Probably one of the most interesting we've seen yet on this list. The Giants, Saquon Barkley. I don't think you do. Because I think they need to build around Saquon. Saquon is going to be, as long as he can stay healthy, Saquon is a beast.
Giants fans, I hate to say it, but I say you do.
I think they could build around him, though. I mean,
no, there's no opportunity. There's no chance that they can. They're in so much salary cap that it's not even fun. They're negative 175 million in salary cap debt. They don't even have the money to re-sign him. I mean, they lost a lot of their players to free agency, and that's the reason. Part of the reason they cut Bradbury, because they're starting to cut their losses. I think you trade Saquon.
Yeah.
You could probably get maybe a first. I think you could get. I think Buffalo would be in the market to give you a first-round pick for him. I really think maybe a first and a second. I could see Buffalo doing that because Buffalo is probably a running back needy team. I could see Baltimore in a world because Baltimore loves to trade for running backs for some odd reason. Titans, no.
I keep thinking Washington because, I mean, Gibson's been, he had one really good year.
They're not going to trade interdivision, no.
Yeah.
New GM and then head coach Ryan Duvall's not that dumb to trade him interdivision. Lions, if DeAndre Swift doesn't work out, maybe. Chicago, maybe. No, Chicago. I mean, David Montgomery's pretty good.
Hell, Falcons. I mean, we could put Cordell at receiver. I mean, make a receiver depth bigger.
That's possible. That could work. Panthers. Imagine McCaffrey for Barkley. That would be decent.
Shit, they might just fuck around and put McCaffrey at receiver. At that point.
They could do that, or do like what Cleveland does and just have that dual double threat. Have like 2,000 yard rushers if they wanted to. Chiefs could be in the market. I can see the Chiefs doing.
Hilaire is good though.
You could.
Is it good enough? Not really, but
you could do better. You're a much better team than
gonna
that.
improve a little bit.
You're a much better team than Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. I think Hilaire will be involved in the deal, and I think he'll be a solid player for the Giants. I could see the Chargers.
Yeah.
If they want to compare,
Eckler's okay, but they kind of need more.
If they want to pair somebody with Austin Eckler, then yeah. Who else was in that division?
Or like
Raiders.
you said, they could send Eckler to the Giants.
There's not really much teams that need running backs. Bills definitely. I already said that. Patriots, that could be a move. I can see the Patriots.
The Jets, Tevin Coleman.
They're not going to get anything out of them. Another one, just cut your losses and just move on.
Yeah, Coleman's past his prime. The Eagles, Isaac Samalo.
Oh, offensive guard. No, he's a starter. He was a solid offensive lineman last year. I mean, you had one of the best O-linemen in football last year. I'd say no. I mean, the Eagles had a really good offensive line last year. That's part of the reason that they were successful and made the postseason. That's a big contributor.
Steelers, Devin Bush.
No. You got too much on. You got too much potential to do that. I'd say just keep him. You're looking to go young. You're in a little bit of a retooling stage with Big Ben leaving. I'd say keep him.
This is another interesting one. The Niners, Jimmy Garoppolo. But I think it needs to be done. It's technical difficulties, guys.
I don't think the Niners should trade Jimmy Garoppolo.
What are you gonna just do? Let Trey Lance sit and rot?
I'd trade Lance before I trade Garoppolo.
I mean, Garoppolo's a winner, but still, like...
I mean, Garoppolo's appeared in... I mean, Garoppolo's appeared in more Super Bowls than the Browns, Jets, Lions, Bengals.
Oh, a couple of those, he was a backup.
I'm saying as a starter, even, he's appeared in more than him.
Did you just say the Bengals?
I mean, I'm saying in the past, like, 10, 15 years.
I guess. The Seahawks, DK Metcalf.
Yes.
I agree, but I think they'd be, maybe Tyler Lockett could be also a better.
This is one I would say move. The Seahawks are in a rebuild phase. Drew Lock. Oh Lord. The dude that I had so much potential for, and he just shit himself.
He was good at Memphis. Or was it Memphis or Missouri?
No, it was Mizzou. You're thinking of Paxton Lynch.
Oh yeah, he was good for Memphis.
Paxton Lynch was supposed to be something special, another Broncos quarterback that didn't turn out. Same with Trevor Siemian, another Memphis quarterback that was supposed to be something. They love drafting quarterbacks.
What's up with the Broncos and drafting Memphis star quarterbacks?
And then just miss. I don't know. Because they drafted Trevor Siemian after Peyton Manning left. After 3 years it didn't work out, then they drafted Paxton Lynch, and then he didn't work out for 2 years. And then came Drew Lock out of Mizzou, and then...
That didn't work out, so they got rid of him.
And now they got Russell Wilson.
Now they have Russell Wilson, but, I mean, shit.
That's gonna work out.
It's gonna be okay. I think you're getting a past prime Russell Wilson, but I think you'll still be good.
I think you'll win a Super Bowl at least at some point under Russell Wilson. I mean,
yeah,
the
but
team's
Russell Wilson's past his prime.
Yeah, but the teams around him is too good not to.
I think we saw peak Russell Wilson 3 years ago. Like, that was the best year. Get out of him.
Alright, you can continue.
Tampa Bay was Tyler Johnston or something like that. Hold on, let me look. Or, yeah, Tyler Johnson.
Maybe. I mean, I can see. I mean, you could get something, another young receiver. Maybe Tampa Bay could trade for DK Metcalf and he could be a part of it.
Maybe. The Titans, Goff Swain.
Yeah, with Austin Hooper coming in, maybe a tight end needy team. Falcons, no. I'm trying to think who teams that need tight ends. Jaguars, maybe. Texans, maybe. But then again, they got Breven Jordan. Anybody could use depth at the tight end position. He's solid depth. I don't know. I'd say if the Titans just keep him, I mean, you're gonna get a solid role-playing depth tight end to have depth on your team. Always good to have that.
The Washington, whatever you want to call them.
The Washington assholes. Who is it? Who's the player?
Taylor Heineke.
No, there's too many good quarterbacks. I don't. They're not gonna get anything out of him. I just say he's a solid backup if a team wants a backup.
Yeah, that could be involved in like the Barkley deal if you think about it. Because you could the Giants could give Washington Barkley, and then the Washington could give him Gibson with Taylor Heineke in that deal.
Because I'm pretty high on Carson Wentz. I think he's actually a lot better than what people give him credit for.
Carson Wentz is ass.
Carson Wentz. Sorry. I think Carson Wentz is the most overhated player in the league. He's so much better than what people give him credit for.
He'd be okay, but then in clutch situations, he just... What the fuck?
Hold on 1 second. You can continue on your talk.
I'm fine. Go ahead.
50,000 people.
I'm just
That's like being in the backyard for these guys.
Ready to play a cop.
Dad coming to the ballpark all the time. So
I'm tired, y'all. This might be a short night for me. I think I'm gonna go to bed after this.
On the ground right side. Can't field it cleanly.
I don't know what y'all do.
Hard to tell exactly what went wrong right there. That was a fairly routine ground ball, but he just couldn't get it to stick in the glove. Might have taken his eye off it a little early, but regardless, you're going to have to work around that error.
One down, runner at first. And now the veteran third baseman, Jose Ramirez. And that's in there for strike one. Reels a check to first. Rosario dives back in. Rosario, the base runner at first with one out. Another throw over. And they're keeping him close.
I want to also say Happy 4th of July to everyone. Since it's 1:30, it's technically 4th of July. Oh fuck, I'm tired. I remember that time I fell asleep on the mic. That shit was funny. That was a couple weeks ago. Almost.
Count goes to 2-1. And batter waits. And now it's even up.
With 2 strikes. May see some movement over there at first base. Trying to stay out of a double play here.
Stays alive.
Fuck Austin, I'm tired. Better get your ass back on the mic before I fall asleep. Yeah, tonight's gonna be a short night for me, guys. I'm already tired as fuck. I'm literally about to fall asleep right now.
Now it's Franmil Reyes.
I didn't get much sleep last night. I haven't been able to take a nap since I got home. So I don't know, I'm about ready to just tell him like I want to get off and go to sleep. But I also want to play a game of co-op.
Pitch misses. Save. He beats it.
Good steal a second right there, and now the table is set for the middle of this order to drive in the first run of this ball game. I like that they're trying to manufacture some offense early on.
The pitch. Good eye right there.
You know, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitcher and that release point.
And that's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
This dude's being good to me right now.
You're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact.
What the fuck are you doing, Austin? Get your ass back on this mic, boy. I know I'm about to fall asleep, but get your ass back on this mic. Shit. I'm literally about ready to
In the dirt, but kept close. But no
go
advance from the runners.
sleep.
Blue Jays
We'll
bullpen
play
with some
tomorrow.
action. Ryan Barucki, the left
You gotta respect that, bro.
is ready to go. Merriweather, the right-hander, loose as well.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching, but still
I didn't sleep that well.
and he can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Two on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. And that ends the frame. Guardians strand a couple, and now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. Back after this on the show. Bottom of the first. And towing the slab in this one, Shane Bieber.
He's got such great discipline in between starts, taking care of himself, making sure he's lifting, his stamina stays high. He's a guy that wants to finish every start that he makes. Now, we know that's not quite possible, but he's well-conditioned to throw over 100 pitches effectively. I think if you're on the other side, you've got to try to have lengthy at-bats, run that pitch count up, and perhaps get him out of the ballgame early. He's kind of a rare pitcher in today's game. We'll see what he's got in this one.
George Springer stands in now and lets that one go for a strike. The pitch. And that one fouled off. barely stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Here's a high chopper. Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. A tough challenge in this one. An excellent arm on the mound. Siggy, they're going to have to capitalize on their opportunities.
Yeah, and they're not going to get a whole lot if he pitches the way that he's capable of pitching. So, be ready to swing from the first pitch. You get something straight, man, you better turn on it.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. That one's in there, 0-1. One down, base is empty. Pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
The next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. On the ground, right side, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now, 1 away.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. In there for strike 1. Next offering is in for a strike.
Guys, I'm gonna call it tonight. I'm dead serious. I'm about to text him and be like, yo, I'm going to bed.
And the right-hander deals. Got him. 2 gone now.
Well, you rarely ever see 3.
Good night, I love you guys. I'm actually tired as fuck. Like, I'm dead serious. I'm gonna tell him that we'll play tomorrow and I'm tired. Love you guys. You guys have a great 4th of July. We'll see you tomorrow night. I'm out this bitch.
Bichette off of first with 2 away. Bounce to the left side. On to Jimenez. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Blue Jays held in check. Scoreless after 1. Ryan Barucki on to pitch here. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. Back now in Toronto. New inning getting started. Now the left fielder, Daniel Johnson.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
The wind of the pitch. And now the count is even. And now 1-2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And a swing and a miss. 1 out.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Here's Andres Jimenez. And the first pitch misses in the dirt. And now the lefty. And a foul ball. The 1-1. In the air, center field. Hernandez gliding in towards the infield. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And there's 2 down. Austin Hedges now. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Next offering is down low. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And the 1-0. This ball's chopped on the ground. Fires over to Guerrero. And that is...
Hello?